August 7, 1997, at a tranquil beach in Buxton, North Carolina, a day meant for relaxation turned into a nightmare. The lives of beachgoers and the family of Daniel Jones were irrevocably altered by a tragic accident. What began as a light-hearted and innocent activity transformed into a dreadful catastrophe, revealing the concealed hazards present in what appear to be safe beach environments. Buxton, a quaint village on Hatteras Island, is known for its beautiful, expansive beaches and its laid-back atmosphere. Visitors come to enjoy the pristine sand, the soothing sound of the Atlantic Ocean, and the picturesque scenery. On this particular day, the beach was bustling with vacationers soaking up the summer sun, children building sandcastles, and families enjoying picnics. Among the beachgoers was Daniel Jones, a young guy who decided to engage in a popular yet risky beach activity, digging a deep hole in the sand. For many beach enthusiasts, digging holes in the sand is a fun way to pass the time, whether to create makeshift hot tubs or elaborate sandcastles. However, Jones took this activity to an extreme by deciding to dig an 8-foot deep hole. As Jones continued to dig, the hole grew deeper and the walls steeper, creating a precarious situation. Once the hole reached a significant depth, Jones decided to sit at the bottom. Unbeknownst to him, this decision would soon lead to a catastrophic series of events. Sand, although appearing stable, is inherently unstable and unpredictable, especially when disturbed. The deeper one digs, the greater the pressure on the walls of the hole, and without proper reinforcement, the risk of collapse increases exponentially. Tragically, this risk became a reality for Jones. Suddenly, and without warning, the walls of the hole collapsed, burying Jones under a heavy mass of sand. The collapse was swift and devastating, leaving Jones trapped beneath several feet of sand. The loose, shifting nature of the sand made it incredibly difficult to free him quickly. Panic quickly spread among the nearby beachgoers as they realized the gravity of the situation. Several people immediately rushed to Jones's aid, frantically attempting to dig him out with their hands and small beach tools. Despite their desperate efforts, the sheer volume of sand and its relentless tendency to refill the hole hampered their progress. Recognizing the need for more substantial help, someone called emergency services. While waiting for professional rescuers to arrive, the beachgoers continued their struggle against the relentless sand. The sense of urgency was palpable, and the minutes seemed to stretch into an agonizing eternity. After what must have felt like an eternity to those involved, rescue teams arrived on the scene. The situation necessitated the use of heavy machinery to move the large amounts of sand quickly and efficiently. Excavators and other equipment were brought in to aid in the rescue operation. The process of carefully removing the sand to avoid further injury to Jones was painstaking and required precision. Despite the rapid response and the tireless efforts of both the beachgoers and the rescue teams, it became increasingly clear that time was running out. The difficulty of the task was compounded by the need to ensure that the remaining sand did not collapse further, endangering both Jones and the rescuers. After an arduous and intense effort, rescuers finally managed to reach Jones. However, by the time they were able to extricate him from the sand, it was too late. Daniel Jones had succumbed to the suffocating pressure and lack of oxygen. The beach, which had been filled with the sounds of laughter and enjoyment earlier in the day, fell silent as the gravity of the tragedy settled in. On the night of September 30th, 1996, in the town of Andover, Massachusetts, an ordinary evening turned into a nightmare. With a combination of boredom and intoxication, Paul Stiller, 47, and his wife, 46, found themselves with little to do, and under the influence of alcohol, decided to embark on a dangerous and ultimately fatal adventure. Seeking to alleviate their boredom, the couple decided to take a midnight drive with 2 sticks of dynamite. This decision, likely fueled by alcohol and a desire for excitement, was fraught with danger. They planned to light the dynamite sticks and throw them out of the car window, perhaps hoping for a dramatic explosion far from their vehicle. As they drove through the quiet streets, they lit one of the dynamite sticks. In their intoxicated state, they failed to account for a crucial detail. They forgot to roll down the car window. When they attempted to throw the lit dynamite out of the vehicle, it collided with the closed window, causing the explosive to detonate inside the car. The explosion was devastating. Paul Stiller was killed instantly, the blast's force obliterating the car's interior and causing severe damage. His wife, though not killed by the explosion, was left in critical condition with severe injuries. The explosion drew the attention of nearby residents and emergency responders, who quickly arrived at the scene. They found a scene of utter devastation. A destroyed vehicle, Paul Stiller deceased, and his wife barely clinging to life. She was rushed to the hospital, where medical personnel worked tirelessly to stabilize her condition. In the wake of the explosion, an investigation was launched to determine the exact circumstances leading to the incident. Authorities confirmed that the couple had been heavily intoxicated and had misused legally obtained dynamite in an illegal and dangerous manner. The local community was shocked and saddened by the events. Many expressed sorrow for the senseless loss of life and the severe injuries sustained. Law enforcement officials used the incident as a stark warning about the dangers of reckless behavior, particularly when involving alcohol and explosives.
My name is David, and I'm a 26-year-old freelance graphic designer living in Seattle. The work is decent, but the pay isn't always steady, so I often pick up odd jobs on Craigslist to make ends meet. Usually, it's nothing too unusual: moving furniture, setting up a website, or fixing some graphics. But one evening, I came across a job posting that was a bit different. It was for cleaning out a storage unit, offering a surprisingly high pay for what seemed like simple work. The location was in a quiet, rundown part of town, but I figured it was an easy way to earn some extra cash. The ad had a strange note at the end: "Come alone." It felt off, but the promise of good money overshadowed any reservations I had. I replied to the ad, and within minutes I got a response with the address and a time to meet.